Now, this next lesson, we're going to start dealing with samples, and I'm going to show you how the sampler section works on our touch. So I'm going to menu here, and I want to select Sample Edit. So once I'm in Sample, as you can see, we have a sample right here, right? This is the bass drum. So I can select the sample I want to select and place it here by just tapping there and picking my sample from a list of samples I've already loaded in, right? So I've got this one. I'm going to try this one here, and this one's a bigger sample. This is a pretty big sample. It's a little piece from a CD that we actually sell called Off the Record, and we've got a bunch of samples here. And there are actually a bunch of little loop parts. I want to find something I can use. And the reason why I pulled this up, because it's kind of big. And this will give you a good idea of how we can sort of chop a sample up and work with it. So here you'll notice that we have a start and an end point, right? That's pretty far. Then we got a loop. Do I want to loop it or not? No need. And we can tune the sample, as you can see right here too, right? Now, since the magnifying glass is on right there, what I can do is I can spread it out like this, right? And get to somewhere I think it's going to be, well, no, up there. Or go someplace else. I can take this first area here, and I can go right to where I want to be. Let's say I want to go to here. I can't see how close I am to the beginning of this sample. And I want to add a little bit more and get closer, and then get closer. Move it over and get closer and closer so I can get a much better view of the sample. This is a much better way to work. And then I can just get close to it. And I think that'll work. And so now, I'm going to put it back in together, close it in, close it in, close it in, close it in. And now it's playing it. So I hit a pad. It's taking its time to run through. As you can see what's happening, it's scrolling through the sample, and as it does, it's showing you the sections it's playing back. So I can pick out the parts I want. I just hit one pad. And it's playing through the entire range of this sample. And we see the little red flag right there in the bottom. That's the end of it. Right? So I got to this part right here, which is the beginning, that I want to probably keep, let's say, and just test out if I can get to that point. Now what I'm doing here is I'm trying to get a sample off of this huge sample and get a piece I want to use as a little piece of a sample loop or something. So we need to understand more about the pads before we can go further.